Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So now basically today we are going to see another example for the program, and that is basically for the threads, right? Now we'll be seeing today that if you just want to in the previous video we had seen that how you can just make it with the help of the classes on objects, right? Now basically today we are going to see that if you do not want to use the classes and objects, then basically what is the way that how you will be able to write out the program. Right now today we are just going to see these things, that basically if you just do not want to use out let's say classes and objects, so how you will be making out and writing out the program for the threads, right? This is the whole idea for today's video that we are gonna discuss. So without wasting time, let's get started with the things, and the rest of the things I'll be letting you know in the video itself, right? Okay. So basically, let's start here. So first of all, what I will be just doing is that first of all, I'll be importing out the module which actually I would be needing for making out my program today. That is basically for using this thread function, I just need to import out the module which actually contains that, right? So what I'll be just doing is that I'll be writing here import, and then I'll be just importing here as threading, D-I-N-G, like this, right? So here basically I am importing the threading. Right now, next basically coming on to the data threading, basically that is my I'm importing that right here. Next, I'll be importing out the time module as well, because I'll be just using that time module here for like finding out some time and all those things. So in that case, I'll be just importing out this time module as well. Right? So these two modules that I'll be using, first one is my threading and another one is my time. So both of them are being imported here. Now, in the previous video, we had seen how you can just use the classes and objects here, right? Now today we'll be seeing that how you can simply make it with the help of only functions and basically without using the classes and objects, right? So let me just write that. So here I'll be defining out a function. Okay, let's say my function is square. Okay, that is SQU like this. Okay, let's say my function is square, which I have just taken. And inside the bracket, I'll be passing out a num here. So I just wrote here as num, right? So def is square, and in bracket, I have passed out the num. Now, basically, I just want to add out a print statement here, and inside the print statement, let's say I want to write that I would be calculating the square root of the given numbers which I'll be having, right? So I would just write that I would just add on here that I would just add that this function, let's say this function, this function will calculate uh, square root. This function will calculate the square root. Let's say this is the system, this is the statement which I actually want to give out here, right? That I have done. Now I'm just simply applying one of my conditions that for I in, okay, now here inside the num, let's say I just want to, instead of num, let's say I just pass on a variable that is a. Okay, so for I in a, and I'll just put out the colon and come on to the next line. Okay. Okay, so now basically for I in A, that is, and instead of this, let me just write it out like this, for N in A, okay? Now, basically, okay, let me change it to I only. That actually is a general form which we actually use. I just do not want to confuse you while taking some different variables so that you're just confused, okay? Just do not want to do that thing. So for I in A, and here I'll be just writing time dot sleep. I just want to use out this. This is the reason that I have just imported my time function. So because here time is the module which we have imported, right? And from that particular module, I just want to import a function that is sleep. Now that sleep function will actually what do? Actually, what I just want is that let's say my first square root of a number has come. Then I just want that it should wait out for some seconds, and after that the second should come. After that the third. After that the fourth. So this is the whole idea which I just want to be basically appear here, so that I just want it to come in a proper time interval, right? So let's say here I will just apply 0.5 time per step 0.5. So it will basically like my first output for the square root will come. Okay, after that it will stop for 0.5 seconds. Okay, again after that it will my second output will come. Then again after 0.5 seconds my third output will come. So this is the procedure that will actually go on here, right? So time dot step in bracket is 0.5. Now let's come on to the next line here, and basically I just want to print out my statement, and that is basically Okay, let me write the correct spelling that the square is, and I will just remove this one I here, square is. I would just put on the colon and space given here, comma, and here I am just writing a multiplied by a. This is how we actually calculate the square, right? This is actually how we calculate, right? So in that case, I just applied that thing here. Fine. So here all the things are actually mentioned very clearly that first of all I just made out a function that is a square, and inside that I've just passed on a parameter that is a argument. Okay. After that I just used out my one of the print statements, and in that print statement I just written out a statement that is this function will calculate square root, right? So that this function will actually calculate the square root. After that, basically, I have for I in A. Now, I is basically one another variable which I have taken. So, for I in A, basically, I just want to do the iterations here. And time dot sleep 0.5. So, it is given a sleep time here 0.5. That after 0.5 seconds, give my second output. After again 0.5 seconds, give my third output. And procedure goes on like this, right? Then after that, my print statement, I have just written that square is, and here I have just calculated out my square. Right, this is done for the square. Now, similarly to this, I just want to make another function that will actually calculate the cube here. Okay, so let's say my another function is def cube. Okay, and into the bracket I would be again passing the same parameter which I have passed on for the square, because I want the numbers to be having the, like, I just give some numbers and that numbers will be having the square and the cube as well. Okay, for the same numbers. So in that case, basically I have just passed on the same variable here, that is a, right? Now inside my print statement I would simply write print, and here I would be just writing calculate the, okay, I would just write the same statement as we have written the above side. So just write here that this function will calculate, okay, let me just come down the side right here. So this function will calculate the cube. Okay, this function will calculate out the cube, right? Now come on to the again next line. So I will just again apply my loop that is for I in A. Okay, is my iteration that will actually take place. So for I in A, and coming to the next line, I would just again add on here time dot sleep. Okay, and let's say I would just write that time dot sleep as 0.5, the same which I have given previously. Okay, and in my print statement like this, print, okay, let me just correct out this spelling here, right? So print, and in the bracket I'll be just writing cube is, put the colons here, put a comma here, and just multiply a 3 times. A multiply A like this, right? So this A is being multiplied 3 times, and that will actually result me the output of this cube, right? This will actually result me the output. Come on to the next line here. Now, okay, instead of this dot, just put the comma here, right here. Okay, come on to the next line here. Now, I would be just coming outside here. Okay, now basically, I'll be just defining an list. Okay, so I would just write here my underscore list. Okay, my underscore list, and like this. And let's say I'll just pass 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's say these are the things which I just passed on here. Now, what I would just do, I would just make a variable that is let's say t1, and that will basically get the total time for me to execute the function. Okay, let's say I just want to find out that what is the total time in which this function is actually executing. So in that case, I would just make a variable t1, and in that I would just write time dot time and put on the brackets like this. Okay, so this will basically help me check out that input, that basically how much time is being taken to calculate the final output of this program which I'm just writing out. Okay, now, and simply I would just call out my functions. So my function first one was square, and in bracket I into passed my underscore list variable, because in that only I've just stored out the numbers which I just want to print, right? For which actually I just want to get the square and the cube. And I would be just doing the same thing for the cube as well. So cube and my underscore. Okay, let me write out like this. Cube my underscore list. Like this. Okay, that is done actually. And okay, let me just leave out one space line here and like right here also. Right, now I just want to print out that time as well, right? So for that I would just add one print statement here, because till now I've only stored that in a variable. I haven't printed that, right? So basically print, and I would just write here that total time taken is. Okay, the total time taken by my threads is, I would put a comma here. I would just write time dot time bracket minus t1, my variable in which I have actually stored out the time. Right now, basically what I would just do is that I would just simply run out my program now. Okay, so cannot multiply a sequence of non-integer type list. Okay, so here let me just write, see that what's happening. Okay, so let me just remove out that my underscore list, and instead of that, let me just quickly take out, let's say, ARR. Okay, that is basically defining out the array. I should remove this as well, and this is let write ARR here, and inside there as well. Yeah, okay. Now let me just quickly run that once again. Okay, is it showing me some error? No, it's not showing me. Let me quickly run that out here. Okay, so it is saying that cannot multiply sequence by a non-integer of type list. Okay, so it is saying me type error. Let me just check above that what actually we had made. So time dot sleep is I, for I in A, that is absolutely fine. A multiplied A, I have just taken A, right? And here also I have taken A multiplied A, that is absolutely fine. So basically what error it is actually showing me, let me just figure that out. So for, let's say, okay, cube is given, absolutely right, time is given. So for I in A is actually the variable which we have taken, and that is absolutely fine here. Okay, so basically here actually what we need to do is that instead of this A, I need to take I multiplied by I, because I is my iteration that will actually take place, right? So in that case, I just need to take I multiplied by multiplied by I. Okay, like this. Now it's absolutely fine, right? Now let's quickly run out our program once again, and let's see the output, that basically what it is calculating. So just see that after 0.05 seconds, my output is coming to me. You are able to see, right? So, firstly, it came that this function will calculate the square root. So, the square is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36. After that, it showed that this function will calculate the cube. Then the cubes are given, and this is the total time that is taken. Okay. Now, after each and every 0.5 seconds, you were able to see that my answer was coming. Let me quickly make it to 0.7 so that you are able to see more clearly that actually what is happening here. Now I will just zoom that. Now see, after every 0.5, 0.7 seconds, my output is coming, right here. Fine. Now basically you have just got that. Why I had just put that thing here, and now my final time that I'm just getting here is 7 point something, right? That is my total time taken for my thread to hold my whole thread to execute, right? So this is actually how we just write out a program for the threading, right? This is actually how we just write out the program for threading. This is actually how we just like use the things here. Okay, so here instead of that it would be I, because I is my iteration, and that only I just want to do here, right? That is 1, then it goes to 2, then it goes to 3, then it goes to 4, and then it goes to 5, then it goes to 6, right? So basically, I hope I just made this program very clear to you that how I'll be writing out the program, how I'll be applying the concepts, and basically how I'll be applying all the things here, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.